This is CTC News with Wesley Kotar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Monday, January 21st, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I am Wesley Kotar, and this is CTC News broadcasting from CTC Studios at Statia's Mall. In tonight's headlines, Statia government signs for child care improvement project, fines to be collected in aggressive manner, voluntary cleanup action at Bay Area. Details and local news after a word from our sponsors.
Don't touch that dial. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out. In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction, no have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause I care.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
The Dutch government made additional funds available for the research on the improvement of the quality of child care on Bonaire, Saba, and Sint-Eustatius. The project concerns the reinforcement of child care on Sint-Eustatius. The island governor of Sint-Eustatius, Mr. Gerald Burkle, signed a subsidy contract with the director of AMFO, Mr. Reinoud Karsdorp, on January 10, 2013. The project cost an amount of $314,700. The money is made available by the different Dutch ministries under coordination of the Ministry of Social Affairs, while AMFO finalizes approvals, contracts, and payments. By means of this project, approval is granted to a project plan on outlines with a running period of approximately 3 years. By April 2013, a detailed plan has to be presented to the head of Social Affairs at the RCN. The payment is scheduled in 3 tranches. The program will exist of the improvement of the quality, availability of affordable child places, and, if necessary, the expansion of responsible material for child care. The research will first look at the quality and determine the possibilities of improvement of the child care. The needed inventory will take place to confirm if the existing child care is sufficient. In the first half of 2013, the research and inventory will take place. After these actions, the funds will become available to carry out the actual improvements on the islands. The entire trajectory will have a duration of 3 years. The Prosecutor's Office of the Caribbean Netherlands has started a campaign to aggressively collect outstanding fines. The Royal Military Police, in charge of border controls, has already started a more targeted control of persons arriving or departing, starting at the airports of the 3 special overseas public bodies, Bonaire, Sint-Eustatius, and Saba. At the same time, the prosecution, in cooperation with Tax Department and the police, will take action in other locations on the islands to collect outstanding fines. These actions will last the whole year, while those who do not pay up immediately will be held to sit out the jail sentence tied to their fine. A fine, for example, of $56 corresponds with 2 days in detention based on 1 day for every $28. The Landwas, a group of energetic young people, have decided to start giving back to the community for 2013. They have taken the initiative to organize and have begun carrying out a number of very ambitious projects whose goal is to restore, clean up, and ultimately beautify the Bay Area and hopefully with time the entire island. Project A, which is the first on the schedule, started off on Saturday, January 13th, which involves a cleanup action of the slave path and surrounding area. As early as 7 a.m., Landwas members along with a few volunteers could be found on site. They contacted the office of the probation officer for Cindy Station in Saba beforehand, who arranged to have 3 persons currently doing community service assist with the cleanup. The number of participants coming from the probation office was tripled by the following weekend. By focusing on the slave path area, these volunteers hope to accomplish their goal of having the entire area cleaned and, if possible, beautified with the use of lights as early as the Easter holidays. The entire community is invited to lend their assistance in any way possible. Speaking to one of the volunteers, he explained that persons who are not able to come out and physically lend a hand can contribute in other ways. Some have already helped by preparing breakfast for those doing the actual cleaning. He said to have been especially grateful to New Star for making some gardening tools available, which is being used during the cleanup. Also, one of the business owners contracted by government to keep various areas clean has assisted by collecting the debris that was cut and bagged from last weekend's cleanup. As many are aware, the slave path, which is a well-known shortcut for pedestrians on their way to and from the beach or harbor, is also frequented by tourists wishing to get a good view of the bay or Fort Orania for the purpose of picture taking. Aside from increased pride in a clean and beautiful station, members of volunteers could already see other benefits of their efforts as tourists on their way up and down the path stop to take photos of the newly created ambience thanks to the removal of the overgrown brush. These cleanup campaigns will continue every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. until. Please feel free to come out at the area of the slave path this coming weekend at 7 a.m. and assist in any way possible. With the cooperation of both government and the entire community, Landwas hopes to be able to enhance Statia's natural beauty one area at a time. Up next in regional news, Liat signs contract with ATR for new planes. More details in regional news and later international news as we return from a short break.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are 2 options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Welcome back to our regional and international news section for this evening. French aircraft manufacturer ATR and the Caribbean carrier Leeward Islands Air Transport Services, LIAT, have signed an agreement for the purchase of a total of 3 48-seat ATR 42-600s. The deal also includes options for 2 68-seat ATR 72-600s and is valued at over $100 million. LIAT will take delivery of the first ATR 42-600 in June 2013. With the arrival of these aircraft from ATR, plus additional ATR 600s under discussion from leasing companies, LIAT will progressively replace its current fleet of former turboprop aircrafts. The airline currently operates a fleet of 14 aircrafts over its Caribbean network, which includes main hubs at Antigua, Barbados, and Trinidad, and destinations, among others, in the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, St. Martin, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent. Commenting on this new contract, Ian Brunton, Chief Executive Officer of LIAT, said, "We are pleased to become a new member of the ATR family and to start operating aircrafts which have largely proven their efficiency and performances on the type of routes we propose. The aircraft of our modern fleet will feature the most advanced cabin interiors and standards of comfort while being extremely respectful of the environment, a matter of considerable concern to us at LIAT." Filippo Bagnato, Chief Executive Officer of ATR, added, "The ATR 600 series aircraft perfectly match the requirements of the airlines operating inter-island flights. Their outstanding performance and reliability on this type of routes clearly explains their success in recent years in the Caribbean region, where we have sold new ATR 600s to a number of airlines. We are honored to see that LIAT, after a thorough and rigorous evaluation, has chosen to switch to ATR 600s and benefit from the many advantages of the most modern family of regional aircraft in the market." Tonight in international news, Obama starts second term with low-key ceremony. Breeding program may help save newborn lives. President Barack Obama took the official oath for his second term on Sunday at the White House in a small private ceremony that set a more subdued tone compared to the historic start of his presidency 4 years ago. Gathered with his family in the Blue Room on the White House ceremonial main floor, Obama put his hand on the family Bible and recited the 35-word oath that was read out loud by U.S. Chief Justice John Roberts. It was a low-key start to the first African-American U.S. president's second term, which is likely to be dominated at least at the start by budget fights with Republicans and attempts to reform gun control and immigration laws. Obama, 51, will be sworn in publicly on Monday outside the west front of the Capitol, overlooking the National Mall in front of as many as 800,000 people, a much bigger ceremony replete with a major address and a parade. Also in international news, training midwives and other birth attendants to help babies start breathing immediately after birth may prevent stillbirths and newborn deaths in the developing world, 2 new studies suggest. So-called birth asphyxia, when babies are born not breathing, is one of the major causes of newborn death in regions with limited resources, researchers said. The Helping Babies Breathe program, launched by the American Academy of Pediatrics, AAP, trained birth attendants to immediately dry and warm babies and to start breathing for babies with a bag and mask if they don't breathe on their own within 1 minute. Reducing infant mortality in developing worlds is one of the United Nations Millennium Development Goals, but progress has been slow, according to Dr. Jeffrey Perlman from Weill Cornell Medical College in New York, who helped implement Helping Babies Breathe in Tanzania. The majority of deliveries in resource-limited areas are done by the midwife, and the midwife wasn't really taught how to deal with a baby once they were born, Perlman told Reuters Health. Instead, he said, midwives tend to focus on the mother immediately after the birth. If you can just teach them when the baby is born to immediately dry the baby off, that drying and a little bit of stimulating will probably get 90 to 93% of babies breathing that weren't breathing before, said Perlman, one of the authors of a study published Monday in Pediatrics. That's the most exciting part, that something very simple can save many lives. According to United Nations data, 32 babies die in India for every 1,000 live births, and 26 per 1,000 die in Tanzania. In the United States overall, 4 babies die for every 1,000 live births, but the figures are much higher in certain poorer parts of the country. The Helping Babies Breathe program is supported in part by the Laerdal Foundation for Acute Medicine. Laerdal medical manufacturers, breathing simulators, and other products related to the program's work. According to Kat Winkle, the evidence provided by these 2 studies should help continue up support for helping babies breathe and allow to spread to other limited resource areas. Perlman agreed, saying the program is now being pursued in about 70 countries worldwide. The most important component, he added, is that it must have government support locally, as has been the case in Tanzania. There are very few things that you can do simply that you can save, even in the worst case, 750,000 babies, Perlman said. Up next, your 3-day weather forecast. More on local weather conditions for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin right after this break.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity, there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Don't touch that dot. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Butel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast. We'll begin on Statia and Saba. Tonight, January 21st, we'll have late showers with temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east at 16 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Tuesday, January 22nd, AM showers with temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-southeast at 17 miles per hour. Finally, on Wednesday, January 23rd, AM showers with temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east at 17 miles per hour. We now move to St. Martin. Tonight, January 21st, late showers with temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow, January 22nd, Tuesday, AM showers with temperatures of 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-southeast at 13 miles per hour. Tomorrow, on Wednesday, January 23rd, AM showers with temperatures of 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-southeast at 13 miles per hour. That was your 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been another live broadcast of CTC News. We will be back on Wednesday with more current updates. Until next time, do have a good one.